Alright, we got them all in. And we're going to start from the center over here. Tighten that up. Go to the center over here. Go back over. Yeah, I put a little extra, but it's all good. Better that than leaking. Yeah, buddy. And if you want, you get your rag and wipe it off. I don't care. No, let me get a rag and I'll wipe. No, I ain't wiping it off. Here, Sylvia, because Sylvia will make me.
I'm not gonna say nothing.
Sylvia will make me wipe that off.
Nope, you could have left it. Nobody sees it.
Oh, you see that? You see how repair shops do? Leave that boat out. Nobody see it. Just like that boat behind the idler. Leave that boat out. Nobody gonna see it.
No, you know that's not what I meant.
Hey, that's all I heard.
The gasket maker.
All right, guys. Now that we caught Sylvia out there,
it can only help the car, not damage it.
yeah, that we caught her out there.
That's funny.
Okay, we're gonna take a 15 millimeter, and while we're here, let's just tighten up our drain bolt. Oh, already tightened up. Good. All right, our pan is on. The next thing we're gonna do is let's clean up our oil filter housing gasket, and we'll be right back. All right, Sylvia's phone went off and trying to get us demonetized on the video. So, all right, we're gonna do our oil filter housing, oil filter adapter. Let's take our bolts out. We left our gasket in here just to take notice of where the gasket, the new one's gonna go. We got a big part down here and it goes over there. Okay, that's good. Let's take these out. They just do silicone everywhere, man. What the heck is wrong? I don't understand it. This is an engine rebuilder. You're gonna put silicone right here where oil goes through? You might clog up the passages. So let's get all this cleaned up out of here, and we'll be right back. All right, we got our new gasket here. There's your part number. Okay, we cleaned all this up. Definitely better material than the old one. All right, and we noticed that it did set just like that. So that means it's going to set like this. Yeah. Alright, you know what? Let's take one of our 10mm bolts. Put it in there. Put the gasket up there. Then put our housing up there. And line up the other bolts. Start them off by a couple threads. And let's get our 10mm and get ready to tighten them up. I'll be right back. Alright, got my 10mm deep, 3/8 drive, my 6" 3/8 extension, and my 1/4 impact. We look like we're running a little oil down here, but it's okay. Let's get this tightened up. Notice I didn't tighten that one up. I'm going to bring them down evenly. Now I'm going to tighten up this one. Alright, now we're going to get this oil filter off. You said, why didn't you take it off before? Because then I had to try to hold it in place and get it off. Forget that. See? And it still won't come off. Alright, let me get something to take that off. And then we get our new oil filter. Be right back. Alright, got our oil filter. Right away. Clean this up a little bit. Okay, and the oil filter we got that's a good one. Get you a Denso. Yeah, buddy. Get that Denso. Ooh, look at that, man. Alright, get a little motor oil. And you always want to get... Alright, dang it, man. I can't take off a plastic thing. You always... Well, this one's already lubricated. Got a little lubrication around the seal. You definitely want that, because if not, when you go to tighten it up, it might bind up against this metal and crimple and break. So let's put that
That
on.
one comes pre-lubricated.
Now they do say put these on hand tighten and then turn a little bit more. I don't recommend you doing that, guys, because you know people's strengths are different. Some people don't have a lot of hand strength, and you think you got it tight and you don't. So what I like to do is tighten it up as much as I can, then get my oil filter wrench and tighten it up a little bit more. Over something so simple, this thing come off while this car is doing about 60, 70 miles an hour. You're gonna lose every drop of oil in there, and this engine is gonna lock up on you just because you didn't want to do that. So definitely do that. All right. So now the next thing we're gonna do is we're done with this. We're gonna start taking apart the cylinder head. I'm gonna show you what we're gonna do on one cylinder head. Start taking it apart, cleaning it up, and we gotta wait for the other parts to come so we can put this together. All right. Let's turn this engine back over, and we'll be right back. All right, guys. I'm only gonna show you one cylinder head, and then we're gonna, you should show you both on camera. Okay. What you're gonna need is a plastic bag to put your the keepers, the springs, and the retainers in place. Now you don't have to number these cylinders. All parts are the same, so you don't have to number anything. And here's a quick one. Instead of using the tool to take these out, what you want to do is take your rag, flip the cylinder head over, boil the rag up, put it up against the valves, let it rest just like that. If you're doing this head, I'm taking a 21 millimeter socket and a nice size hammer. So what you're going to do is put the socket on the open end over the retainer, and you're going to shock it with the hammer, and it's going to go down so fast the keepers are going to come out and the valve will be loose. So we'll just take it one time. There's your two keepers, your retainer, spring retainer, and the spring. Throw that in the bag. Let's do one more, and then I know you guys like that. Tim is the man. He ain't using no tool, nothing. Look at that. That's what I call backyard. All right. So then you're gonna tilt your head up and bring your drag over to the other cylinder and continue to do that. All right. Let's get that done, and we'll be right back. All right. Didn't take that long at all. About 5 minutes, Chevy?
Not even.
Not even. Very easy. All right. We got them. Now, what we're gonna do is tilt the cylinder heads and push the valves out like that and bring them out. Like I said, these might not be bent, but what you can do is just set them up like this. They look straight, but we ain't taking no chances. That's garbage. Alright, let's put this to the side. Let's check our other one out. Okay.
That's about.
That one.
Yeah.
That one is bent. Yeah, buddy. Oh, wait a minute. That one is too. Look at that. See that, Chevy?
No.
You don't see this? Look how it's going towards that way.
Oh, okay. I see it now.
Okay. So, we got that done. Now we're going to get our tool to remove our valve stem seals. Now you be like wondering what the heck, to you guys that don't know what valve stem seals are and why you got to replace them, especially at this point. Oil flows all through here. What these do is stops the oil from going down into the cylinder, because if it gets down into the cylinder, your car will be smoking. So this could be one of the reasons why your car's smoking right now, because they get worn out. But these are good, but we're going to change them anyway. So let's get our tool and take those off. I'll be right back. Alright guys, here's my remover and installer set. I'm going to grab this tool right here. And that's how you do it. Just grab each one and pull them right off. Dang, look at it all got up under that thing. Alright, let's get all of them off and we'll be right back. Alright, we got them all off. They didn't push these down all the way. If you notice, some of these are clean. But see, some of them had a lot of oil up under them. That's because they didn't push them down flush enough. So, now what we're going to do is pressure wash the cylinder heads. But before we do that, we're going to turn them over. We're going to get our wire brush. I'm trying to get this, don't make the oil leak onto the carpet. What?
Nothing.
Oh, you saying what? My carpet is already dirty and messed up? Alright, so we're going to set it like that. We're going to get our wire brush. And we're going to clean all the carbon up out of here. Make this look real good. I'm going to show you what kind of wire brush I'm going to use. And you can use the same thing. And then we're going to clean all this up. Wow, yeah. Alright, I'll be right back. Alright guys, this is what I'm using with my little wire brush end right here. And I love this thing, man, because I can get right down there, like into where the valve seats are, and clean it out. Look at that, man. Look how clean that gets. And then if I want, so I'm gonna clean all this up on both cylinder heads, and then we're gonna clean up the gaskets and all, clean all the gaskets around where the intake goes. And then we're going to be at a standstill because we got to wait for we get the new parts. Alright, let's get this done and we'll be right back. Alright guys, look at those. No, we didn't send the heads out or anything. We just pressure washed them, used the wire brush and cleaned everything up. Everything came out. Oh, I got to wipe up around those seats a little bit better. But everything came out good. Turn to the other side. Buddy, man. Turn to the exhaust manifold. Got all that red stuff out of there. Pressure washed inside there. It came out pretty good. I'm very happy with the way it came out. So pretty much now we're at a standstill. We gotta wait till the parts come in. Alright, so we'll be back. Alright guys, we're still waiting for our valves, but we did get our new valve stem seals in. And here's the part number. This is Felpro. Definitely a good name brand so far. I don't know how they're going to be in the future. But, alright, let's get these open. And all of them are going to be the same. Now, your kit is also going to come with these little tubes right here. And what they're for is when you install the valves. Matter of fact, I just want to match, so I got one of the old valves. So when you push the valve through the valve stem, that's like kind of like a pointed edge right there, or a sharp edge. So you don't want that to damage that seal, or oil is going to leak down. It's going to smoke. So you put this on top of it like that. And then maybe you want to put a little lubricant over it, and then you push that through, and then take that back off, and then use it for the next one. So you definitely want to use those when you go install them. I'll show you again when we get the valves. All right, very simple installing these. What you want to do is get you a, where is it? Dang it. Where's my? Okay, here you go. You want to get you a 15/16 deep socket. You want something that will go over the valve seal and hit around the flat edge around there, because that's the part that's going to knock on to these posts. See, it goes like that, and you need something to push that down on there. So you're going to set one up. Actually, if you want, set them all down there. Now you notice I'm not leaving them like that. I'm setting them down, and you can feel when they set even. And that's it. Alright, take your 15/16 socket, put it over one of the seals, get you a brass hammer. The reason why I say brass hammer is because you don't want to damage your socket. And then you want to tap it until the valve seal is flush with the head. Make sure it's flush with it. Perfect. Because what you don't want any oil to get up under there like they didn't do that before. And there was, when I picked these up, there was oil in there. So you definitely don't want that. Let's do one more together. And here's a little trick, guys. I'll take the hammer and I'm hitting in the center. And just to make sure it's flush all the way around, I take the hammer and I start hitting on the outside to make sure. So let's get this one down. Once I finish it, once I feel that it's flush, go around the edges, and there you go. Perfect. That looks great. Alright, let's get the rest of them done on both heads, and we'll be right back. Alright, we got both heads done. Man, this is looking great, man. Definitely want to make sure they're flush. And turn them over. Ooh, that look good. Alright, now we gotta sit here. For you guys, it's only sit here for another second or so when I say I'll be right back. But for us, it's days. Today is Thursday, and we don't get the valves until Saturday. So when we come back, it's going to be Saturday or Sunday. I don't know what the heck. So, oh well. Alright, guys. We'll be right back. Alright, guys. We got our new valves in here. And look at this. I set everything out nice and pretty for you. We got our 3 exhaust valves and our 3 intake valve. We got it all together, but we're going to do just a partially on one cylinder head. I ain't going to sit here and videotape both cylinder heads. Alright, we got our old valves just to make sure they were the same. And here's our springs, our retainers, and our keepers. Everything is in order. Now, what you're going to do here is we're going to take one of the cylinder heads. Let's turn it over. Now, remember I told you before about when you put your new valve in there, you want to make sure this end, oh that's cool, they made, I don't know if you can see they made that kind of like a little, what's that, bevel or what you want to call it. It's not like straight up and sharp and pointy. That's pretty cool. But yeah, because what you don't want to do, you don't want to put the valve in there, it comes out there, and if this is straight, it might cut the valve seal. So what they do is they give you these, in your new valve seals, they give you these things, just like I told you. And what you do is you put it on it, and then you get a little, let me just get right here, let's get our white lithium. We're going to do our 007. Now we're going to be working with this lithium a lot. So what you want to do is take the cushion and all, just take cotton, take that off, because that's going to mess up. And then you just take a little bit, put it on the edge. Okay, flip it over. Now, if you notice, on each cylinder, there's the small opening and then there's the big opening. We got the small valve. So you put the small one in there. Oh, that kind of sucked. They didn't think that through well. Huh. This is not allowing the valve to actually go into the valve guide, which can pose a little problem for others, but not us. So, what we're going to do this another way. We're going to still do the 007. We're going to take a nice amount of white lithium, and you're going to put it into the valve seal, just like that. And we're going to do this the opposite way. Put it in. Alright, let's get all 6 of them done, and we'll be right back. Alright, we got all 6 done. Now, let's flip our cylinder head over. I'm trying to get you a... maybe I'll set a box up under here so you can see it. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so now, what we're going to do is let's start off with the exhaust valves. Take our exhaust valves, and I'm still going to dip the tip of it right into the lithium
So you're not using that little plastic thing?
Right, because you can't even get that in there. And you can see inside there where it goes.
Okay.
And that's the valve guide. So you're going to push that in. Now what you're going to do is just don't push it through. You're going to push till you feel it stop up against the valve seal, and you're going to be twisting it while you're pushing it forward, so you can make sure it doesn't cut it anyway. And there it is right there. Now if your valve stem seals are good, like these are brand new, they better be good, I can tilt this back over and that valve does not drop. If that valve's dropped and you must be using your old valve seals, that means there's a very good chance that it's gonna smoke when you start it up. So let's get back over here. Put my bunks up here. You know, you don't have to use be cheesy with it. You can use a lot. It's all gonna go away anyway. So I'll put that in there and push that one through, and the last one. Well, I put a lot on that one.
You said don't be cheesy.
And now look at this, guys. I want you to pay attention to this. Now, don't think, okay, like this one, if you look at the cylinder, the exhaust valve is on the left. Go to this one, it's on the left. So don't think this one's on the left, because this one's on the right. So don't be thinking you're going to put it in there, but that valve going to go straight through. Alright? So we got all three of those in. I can turn it up, shake it, the valves are going to stay into place. And there they go right there. So let's go do our intake valves, which are a lot big. Man, those valves look good, man. Look at that brand new valve. Yeah, buddy. Compared to the old one. Man, look at that surface, man. That thing gonna run like a... We're gonna run like a... Anyway, let's get this done. Let's flip back over and let's get our intake valves in. Alright, we'll be right back. Alright, we're gonna install our last one. Yeah, buddy. Look at it. Alright. The next is the important part. Okay, guys, for this part right here, there's different kind of, what you got to do, we're going to be putting our valve springs on, our retainers and all that, and then you're going to need a tool to compress that spring. There's all different kinds of tools you can use. There's cheap ones that are like 10 bucks all, that got two little hooks right here, and you try to grab it and you turn it in. I did that years ago, man. But I'm going to show you a tool that I need you to get, especially if you plan on doing jobs, taking apart engines, especially heads, and changing valve stem seals. This tool will work on any cylinder head. I have not come across anyone that I couldn't do yet. Alright, so I'm going to show you the tool, then we're going to get one, we're going to do two of them together, and then you're going to be rested on your own. Alright, we'll be right back. Alright, we got out, let me show you the name here. Guys, I want you to get this kit, man. It's the OTC 4842. Get this set. This has got to be the best tool out there for doing valve springs, for taking them off and all that. Alright, so you open the kit, you're going to have a bunch of adapters and a little thing right here. You got a big looking thing like a C-clamp. Different adapters for the size of the valves. These are some big valves. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go with my biggest ones. And I'm going to set my bigger one. It doesn't matter which side you set it on. Set this one here. And I'm going to set this one right there. And then you can adjust them the way you want. And all of that. You don't have to worry about that yet. Alright, let's go over to our head. Now let's start off. Let's start off on this one right here. So I got my big one, the big side right here. So the big side is going to go up against the valve just like that. Then if I go to this cylinder, it's like that, even though it looks small, but it's the biggest one we got. And you can see, oops, cut it in there. I can go to each one and do it. So you got that part down pat. We're going to start off with this one right here. So we'll do it. Take this off first. Turn it over. Now what you're going to need is your valve spring. Now make sure the big end goes down towards the head. Some valve seals don't have that little incorporated spacer on the bottom. and it has separate space. You must use that. Do not throw away. Like it looks like a washer. It's a spacer. What happens is you got metal here, steel. If it goes, it's constantly up against this aluminum and vibrating, it's going to wear a hole straight into it. That's why they make that little thing right there. So you set that on just like that. Then you set your retainer down. Now if you look at your retainer, there's two different ways of, well, only one way of putting this, but two different sides. One side has that little sleeve or whatever you want sticking down there, and the other side is flat. Make sure that side goes down in the spring, just like that. Now let's go over here and take a look at one of our old valves. Your old valve is going to have a little indentation right there. Now what happens is, once you got your valve, your spring on and the retainer, your keepers go in, and your keepers have a little part that sticks out right in the middle of it. That keeper sets into that groove, so we'll go just like that. And being that you have two of them, and then the pressure of the spring coming up, it's going to hold that in place. All right, now that you got how that sets, let's do one. All right. Oh, well, we got that. We got one already up there. We need that one. This is fun, man. This is fun. All right, so we got everything set up just like this, right? So, lithium hands. So we're gonna take our tool. I'm gonna hook it on to the bottom, and then go up here to the top and push that over the keeper. I'm gonna turn that in a minute. And once you get them centered, I can't look at this. I stuck that thing right inside. Holy cow, man! And Sylvia knew it too.
No, I'm watching what you're doing.
Slowly turn the spring in, and what I'm going to do is situate this cylinder head down here. Okay. Watch your mic don't touch this stuff. Let me wipe this off, so just in case it does. All right. So you want to turn that down. You know what? Let me wipe that out of the way so you can see what's going on here. Alright. You want to bring that down. Now you don't want to go crazy compressing these springs. You want to compress them just enough, about right there, to get your keepers in. So now, your keepers, if you look at your keepers, look at my keeper right here. It's wider on the top than the bottom. The part that's closer together is going to be going down into that retainer. So, I'm going to go like this.
No way, that looks way too difficult.
And
I guess because of the lithium grease, it'll stick to it.
Put it in just like that. You see it this way?
Yeah.
The lithium grease will keep it into place. Now the other one, going to go on the other side, same thing. See if I can get this in just like that. And push it down into place. Now as you can tell, that's not all the way. If I push that close, there it is. It should go just like that. Once you get both of them just like that, that's another good thing about the lithium grease is that it helps with installation. Once you get them set like that, slowly release the tool. And bam, it is done. That's how easy this tool is. I love it. Okay, we're going to do one more together, and then we're going to go off camera, and we're going to do all the rest of them and the other cylinder head on our own. Alright, so flip back over. Doing the big one now. No, wait a minute. Okay. Let's grab us a spring. Grab us a retainer. Alright. Let's get our tool. Hook it on the bottom.
So it's a good idea when you flip it to hold the retainer and the spring.
Yeah. And then slowly get like that. Make sure the retainer stays straight. And once you get it like that, turn it other way. Now, once you get it like that, what I can do is just tilt it just a little bit. Let's bring that down. Okay. Let's get our keepers. Remember, the small end goes towards the bottom. Now see, that is a little bit too low. Notice how it dropped down there? So what I can do is just release that just a little bit. And it picked it back up. Get the other one. Set the other one down to the other side. Now, this one's like stuck right there. So what you can do, see how I just move it over a little bit, or bring the spring down a little bit more. Okay. It looks like my bottom one is too far down there. Let's pick that up and see if it comes back up into place. Good. Snapped right into place. Good. Release it. Alright, take our tool out of there. And there you have it. We got two of them done. Let's turn around to this side. Both of those are done. It's pretty simple, guys. I mean, if it's your first time doing it, or even second or third time doing it, it can get a little annoying trying to put those keepers in there. I've seen times I had to use a little bitty screwdriver to get them in there, especially when the valves are down into like a chamber or something. This suck. So we got that done. It's pretty good, Sylvie?
Yeah.
Pretty good. All right. So guys, we're gonna get the rest of this done, and we're gonna do the other cylinder head, and we'll be right back.